Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Warrior Code International. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. What is my opinion? What is my prediction on this fight? I'm going to be brutally honest, but before I give you my prediction, I will analyze both fighters. Let's look at Jake Paul. Jake Paul stands in at 6 feet tall, so that means about 183, 185 centimeters. He's huge. When he fought against Mike Tyson, he weighed in at 227 pounds, which is about 103 kilograms. So Jake Paul is very, very big. If you look at Jake Paul now and compare him to the fighter he was when he started with boxing, in his first professional boxing fight, he was significantly smaller. His frame was significantly smaller. He was skinnier. He was not mature in his body, but now he's got that man physique. He's grown up and he has matured in his body, so he's very, very solid physically, very strong, big guy, very, very big guy. And I believe if he were to compete in professional boxing, he does compete in professional boxing, but if he were to compete in one particular division, that would probably be cruiserweight, or I believe, so that would be about, 89 kilograms. But anyways, Jake Paul is a big, big guy. He's got a very good jab. He stands like this, so he never keeps the hands up. He stands like this. He throws the jab from here, so jab, like here, jab. He stretches the jab very, very well, so it's a very long jab. If you look at his fight against Tommy Fury, he was stretching the jab very, very well. So he does possess a very strong, explosive, sharp, and long jab. That's very, very important. Extremely powerful right overhand. That right overhand is deadly. You saw what happened when he fought Nate Robinson, then Ben Askren, then Tyron Woodley, then he also dropped Anderson Silva with the right hook. So not right overhand, but right hook. And apart from that, he even in the other fights against Chavez Jr. and other opponents, he was placing that right overhand very, very well. So the right overhand, he steps to the side, so he steps off of the center line, and then he places that right overhand. There's a lot of power in that right overhand. He places it very well. It's very explosive, and yeah, he's knocked out a number of people by throwing that right overhand. In addition to that, Jake Paul does have good footwork. He moves well. He's doing very, very well. I'm very impressed by Jake Paul and his improvement, his progression, his progress as a boxer. I think his weakness is the pocket. If you look carefully at his fights, when the opponent puts pressure on Jake Paul and when the opponent gets in the pocket, then they tend to have success against Jake Paul. So for example, Tommy Fury did have some success in the pocket. He was landing uppercuts because Jake Paul was dipping too low. This is something which Jake Paul has improved in his game. He does not dip that low anymore. But in general, when the opponent puts pressure on Jake Paul, when the opponent gets close, they tend to have some success. Chavez Jr. did have some success in the later rounds in the pocket, especially with the left hook. So the left hook from a close distance is a shot which lands on Jake Paul. And I believe Jake Paul does not like it when the opponent puts pressure, when the opponent walks forward, when the opponent tries to get in the pocket. Jake Paul doesn't like that. So the weakness in Jake Paul's game is the pocket. The strength is his powerful jab, which is extremely sharp. He actually hurt Mike Perry very badly in the first knockdown during their fight. The first knockdown was actually started because of a jab. So Jake does have a very, very sharp, powerful, explosive jab, like a cobra, pump. It's very powerful and very, very, it hurts the opponents. So a lot of power in the hands. Jake does have a lot of power in the hands. I don't think he's the most composed fighter because you never see him fight like this. He never really tries to throw everything in a technical way. So the jab comes from here. He doesn't really try to take it quickly back, so he throws it and he lets it there. He doesn't really throw and bring back to the chin. No, he throws it from very low up. He lets it hang a little bit. Even with the right overhand, he throws it, but his left hand is never here. So he's not the most composed fighter. He's not the fighter who sticks to the fundamentals at all times, but He does possess a lot of athleticism. He does possess a lot of natural power, and he's a natural-born boxer. I believe that he was born to be a fighter or an athlete in general. He was born to be a sportsman, let's put it that way. So that's what I would say about Jake Paul. And his opponent, Gervonta Davis, he stands at 5 feet 5 inches tall, so he's not a big guy. He fights at 133, 135 pounds, which is about 61 kilograms, and he's about 1 meter and 65 centimeters tall. So he's a very small guy. He's very small for his own division. He possesses a deadly left straight. He places it very well. Sometimes he even throws 2 left straight punches, one after the other, and that's something which we don't see very often in professional boxing. He's got a deadly uppercut to the body. You remember the fight against Ryan Garcia, the way he hurt Ryan Garcia twice. The first knockdown, which was an uppercut to the face, and then the second knockdown, which was actually the finish of the fight, an uppercut to the body. So that short uppercut is extremely powerful, especially to the body. I remember one of Tank's fights in the past. He landed 3 left uppercuts, one after the other. So he was in the pocket fighting an opponent, and he landed 1, 2, 3 uppercuts, one after the other. So what is typical for Gervonta Davis is his ability to place the left hand a number of times after each other, which is very, very uncommon for boxers and for fighters in general. Gervonta does possess very beautiful footwork. He moves very well, very light on the feet. He is very short, even for his weight class, but still, he barely gets hit. He's got very high fight IQ. He's a phenomenal counter-puncher. He can fight equally well from a further distance, but also as in the pocket. So he's good in the pocket, but also from a further distance. Very calm, in control of his body mechanics. No wild punches, nothing is being thrown without a real purpose. So he's a very, very technical, high-skilled, high IQ boxer. To give you my prediction, I believe that the size difference here is enormous. I mean, Jake Paul is significantly taller. He is considerably heavier. He's got a significantly bigger frame. I believe it's a mismatch. I believe that Jake Paul will knock Tank Davis out. I do believe that Tank Davis is a better fighter in the pocket, but Tank Davis is a better fighter in the pocket when he fights against an opponent who is his size. But in this case, he's fighting an opponent who is significantly bigger. So if he were to get in the pocket, he would have problems, because when you fight a bigger guy and when you enter the pocket, although you might be more technical there, it's only gonna take one shot to get you to sleep. So I believe that Tank Davis should actually try to stay away from Jake Paul. He should try to stick and move. But again, how can you stick and move when the other person is significantly bigger than you? I mean, they've got about, about 18 to 20 centimeters difference in terms of height, which would mean probably 6 inches difference in height. The weight difference is enormous. I mean, they've got roughly, well, the last time the Tank fought was at 133 pounds. The last time that Jake Paul fought was at 227 pounds against Mike Tyson. So that's almost 100 pounds difference. So the height difference is enormous. The weight difference is enormous. Tank, even if he gets in the pocket, he will get knocked out. He will have to try to move and stick and move and stick and move, but he doesn't have the reach, so that's not going to work out either. I believe this will be a knockout, maybe in the second, maybe in the third round, but Jake Paul is going to finish this fight. And that's with all due respect to Tank Davis, who is a phenomenal fighter, but it's just, people say technique is the most important. Yes, technique is very, very important, but size does matter a lot. It's no coincidence that there are weight classes. There are weight classes for a reason, so I believe that this is a mismatch, and I believe that Jake Paul will knock Tank Davis out, maybe in the third, maybe in the fourth round. Tank will try to move, he will try to stick and move. It's not going to work out for him, and he will eventually get knocked out. Is it a good idea for Jake Paul to fight against Tank Davis? No, absolutely not. I believe that Jake Paul should fight against people of his size. I believe that he is already at that stage where he needs to compete with real professional boxers at his weight class, which would be cruiserweight. I believe that he has improved a lot as a boxer. He's very, very good, from a Disney kid who was making some funny videos to a person who knocks out professional MMA fighters and even MMA fighters who have competed at the highest level. People like Anderson Silva. He didn't knock him out, but he knocked him down. But to knock out Tyron Woodley, to knock out Ben Askren, to knock out Mike Perry, you know, I respect Jake Paul's achievements. I respect everything. I respect everything that he has done. His improvement is very, very significant, and it deserves admiration. But if you want to be taken seriously, you need to take boxers from your weight class, serious boxers, big guys from top 10, top 15. And Jake Paul is not doing that yet. I hope he does it in the future. I believe he is already at that level, so he needs to make that step forward. And yeah, I think that's the right path for Jake Paul. In terms of Gervonta, it's gonna be a big money fight. To be honest, I don't give him any chances. I cannot imagine a scenario where he knocks out Jake Paul. And Gervonta is a phenomenal boxer. He's extremely technical, extremely high fight IQ, phenomenal technique, phenomenal footwork, phenomenal distance management. Everything is perfect, but this is a mismatch. And when I was watching that press conference and when I saw the height difference, I mean, it's just the height and size difference. It's just like a father and his little son. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner, but it's just the difference is huge. So I believe it's a mismatch, and Jake Paul is going to get the victory by way of knockout. Make sure to follow me, guys, because I need to gather 1,000 subscribers in the upcoming 65 days. At the moment, I've got 463, so we've got 537 to go. I need your support. I need you to follow the channel. I need you to subscribe for the channel. Hit that subscribe button, because my whole life depends on this. My whole future depends on this. I don't have a plan B. I must succeed here. So I truly need your support. I need you to click on that subscribe button. I need you to follow the channel. So your support means the world for me. 65 days to go for me. So I must make it. Please show some support in the comments. And sky's the limit. Sky's the limit for those who work hard, for me, for you, and for Warrior Code International. Let's go. Oos.